Hey everybody, and welcome back to DarrenWCarter.com. I'm Darren Carter. I appreciate, as always, you coming to my blog or whichever way we communicate through social media, Twitter, Facebook. If you just Google Darren W. Carter, you'll find me there. So this video is an ADHD update of my treatment. Those of you that do follow on a constant basis, you know that I have been chronicling my treatment process since my diagnosis of ADHD some time ago, well, a little time ago. And this is the follow-up. I am still on my medication regimen, which is working for me fine. I still have some of the after effects of it, like loss of appetite and dry mouth, which has been, the mantra for me with this medication. But I've learned to adjust to that and work and change my lifestyle, so it doesn't bother me to a degree there. When it first happened, it was just like crazy. But now I've learned to adapt and to adjust to it. Now here in Cleveland, we are in the fall, and we may even have an early winter, and none of my winter clothes fit. So that is an issue I have to address. But I mean, who wouldn't want that issue? I mean, it's cool. I'm cool, and we'll just have to get some more clothes. We get to go shopping. So that has been, that part of it. The sessions that I've had with the doctor have been great. These last few sessions, I missed a few since we last talked because of some things, but these last few that we've had really, I want to say, re-energized or got me back focused from possibly jumping off the bandwagon or off the wagon, as they say, because I was feeling as though I was regressing. Even with the medication, I was feeling as though nothing was working, and honestly, it was stressing me out because understand me, being diagnosed with this and finding out that that was an issue with me, I think I mentioned to this before, it was great, but my treatment has to work. It has to be positive, it has to be successful, because I don't want to get into or have the same issues I had prior to this, all these other years of my life, which I can't get back, but I want to make these next years so much more profitable for me. So the thought of regressing was stressing me out to a degree, to a point I was like, ugh, what is the deal? So when we were talking, my doctor, he explained, and I hope to give this justice, but he explained how, because he asked me, why do you feel that way? And I went on to talk about why do I felt that way and how it was in the past, and here I'm still doing or this and that, and because nothing is perfect now, I'm doing better, but things are still falling through the cracks, and when those things happen, I revert so quickly to how I felt in the past of failure, disappointment, yada blah blah blah. So he said, well, he went on to mention or to explain the difference between feelings and emotions, which I thought they were one and the same. To a degree they are, but hopefully, like I said, hopefully I can give this a little justice. All right, think of a beach. You have a nice sandy beach, and you have waves. They crash in all the time. They come in, they take stuff, and they leave stuff sometimes. They leave the seashells, all the debris from the sea or the ocean or the lake or wherever the body of water is. But the waves, they don't stay. That stuff does sometimes for a while, but the waves, they don't stay. Now, picture this. The beach or the land is your mind. The emotions are the waves that come forth. Because when people get emotional, it just, it really comes and then it goes. The best way I can, explain that per se is when somebody leaves us, somebody that we care about, that initial shock, that hurt, that emotion, it comes. It doesn't stay. But that initial emotion comes, and then we deal with the process of grieving and mourning and letting it go after that. But when emotions come in, sometimes they leave debris. And that's what we call the feelings. So that's what I call the feelings. They're on your mind, literally on the beach. They're on your mind, and sometimes they're there and you can access what was, the feeling that was there, the happiness, the sadness, the hurt, the pain, the disappointment, the joy, whatever it was, it's left there, and we so quickly think about those things and hold on to it. So it takes us back to that place of wherever that emotion left us, good, bad, or indifferent. But in a lot of my cases, they were negative. So I was going back to those negative things and actually bringing my thought process down and bringing myself down by reverting back to thinking of those things and not seeing what was ahead of me, you know. Because when I turn around and I look, even since my diagnosis treatment, I've come so far. And I had to look at that. I'm not regressing. It's just the way that I was processing things mentally. So we talked about that, and I was like, whoa, that's pretty sweet. And that's helped me. That has helped me do things, because basically it's helped me departmentalize some things regarding on how I react to an emotion, how I react to a feeling, and more importantly, how I move on from that. I've told many people, and if you look through my old videos, I've used the word carnage for the I guess trash I've left behind the years through relationships, jobs, whatever, school, whatever it was, the carnage I left. I've been saying I'm sorry to people, I apologize, and I'm blue in the face, and I just can't do it anymore, because I can't give those years back. I can't give those opportunities back. I can't give those prospects back. I can't give those businesses their time back, I can't do that. I mean, it's virtually impossible. Well, it is impossible. It's not virtually, it's impossible. All I can do is move forward to make a better me, to make a better system, a better life around me. Because if I continue to be the same way, that's not going to help anybody. But if I better myself, then not only does it help me, it help all those that are around me. And hopefully some are seeing the newness of it, and some can, and that's okay. But yeah, I just can't, I can't do it. So I had said my last I'm sorry, I had said my last apologize, and you bring up the past, I'm really not going to be interested, because I can't do nothing about that. Now, the past does hurt me sometimes in the present because of some things, maybe with jobs or whatever, but I'm dealing with that too. Here again, everything is a process. It was what it was, and let me figure out a way to overcome that and to move forward in whatever arena I have to do that. So that's what I'm doing.